Welcome to this Miro tutorial for beginners. In this video I'll show you how you can use Miro for your day-to-day tasks, and yeah, let's jump right into it. So first you want to open up or go to the Miro.com website, and then you want to click on sign up for free. Here you can enter in your work email. This can also be a Gmail, for example. In this case I'll sign up using Google. Then I'll continue to sign up. I don't want to receive any news and updates. And now I need to sign up using my Google account. And after signing up with Google, you will be redirected straight to Miro. You can see that takes a few seconds, and now there is a set of 7 questions. First, tell us about your team. What's your team name? So here we can enter in a name. In this case, I'll just type in team name. What kind of work do you do? Here you can choose your role in the company. And this can be HR or people, design, whatever. I'll choose design. Then what's your role? I'll choose executive. Have you ever used Miro before? No, it's my first time. What will you use Miro for? And here you can choose an option, and then you can also choose your company size. How did you hear about Miro? So you can see there are many many kind of things to fill out. We'll click on continue, and now now we can invite teammates. So you can invite them from Slack, Google, or Microsoft. In this case, I'll skip this for now. So we'll skip this step. Where would you like to start? Here you can choose some kind of templates like customer journey, brainstorming, retrospectives, mind maps, etc., etc. If we click on I want to start from scratch, it will get us to an empty Miro board. Now, before we actually continue with this, I first want to show you Miro just in general. When we click on go to boards, we are now in our dashboard. So usually when you log in, you also get to your dashboard. So this is kind of the main dashboard that you always get to. From here, there are a few settings that are quite important to note. I'll also show you how to create multiple teams in just a second and what that exactly is. But we'll get started with with a new board. So we'll click on new board. That will redirect us to the board, and then this window will open up where you can choose a template. You don't have to choose a template, you can choose a template however. So there are many templates for you. So this is like a feed of templates, and then you have templates for specific use cases like brainstorming, agile workflows, mapping and diagramming, research and design, and there are some microverse here as well. I'm not too sure about these. But I'm going to use a flowchart one. So I can click on preview, and now I can even preview that that board, and I can see how that looks like. You can click on use pre-filled, then we'll get exactly this, or we can click on use blank template. That's usually what I recommend, because then you can see it loads up without any kind of content inside. So now we are in our Miro board. How do we continue from here? So first I want to show you various settings in the board view. So here when we click here, we can go back to our main boards, to our dashboard. Here we can edit at the board settings. So we can call this board #1. We can give this a description #1, and we can also change the thumbnail of this board. We can also duplicate this board, delete this board, or share this board. You can see if you click outside of this input, it already says saved, so you don't have to save the settings manually. So we have now saved our board and changed some settings. When we click on the main menu here, we have some more settings here as well, like the command palette. I will show you how this works in a second. But when we click on board, you can create a new board from here. You can make a copy of this. You can move this board to a different project, delete it, rename it, start this board, change the background color to, for example, light yellow. Then you have a light yellow background. And these are the most important settings of the board. Now, on the left, we have some, just like in Photoshop, we have a few tools that we can use. So if you would, for example, start using this board, we have a flowchart here. We can change the text here inside. So for example, this could be task #1. And now we can also just select this, and we can change the font. We can change the size of this. You can change it manually as well. And then, yeah, just the usual things like make it bold, make it italic, underline text, or the alignment. So yeah, this is just kind of where you have these kind of settings everywhere, just like in Word, for example. So you can play around with this and see which ones kind of look best, which ones you like the most. So yeah, text color, highlight text. This will be a highlighter of the text. So yeah, these are the text settings. And then we can also make this box larger. We can move it around, and you can see this is pretty responsive. So this line right here is connected like on this dot to this box, and we could also make more connections. For example, we could click on this, and then we could connect it to a different box as well. And you can see if you move it around, it is pretty responsive. So if you click on or if you press Control Z on your keyboard or Command Z, then you can reverse the steps, and I'll reverse the steps. So yeah, this is how we can basically change the boxes, change the text, change the size. And here, when we click on this box, for example, we can also switch the type. So we could make this with rounded corners. We could make this a triangle. We could make this this kind of shape. So yeah, if you click on all shapes, you can see some more shapes as well. So you can kind of play around with this. Yeah, on the left we have the tools. Here, this is a mind map, so you could also insert mind maps into here. Then we have diagramming shapes. These are just usual shapes. For example, we can insert a rectangle. If you drag and drop it in here, we have a rectangle. We can type in text inside. We can make this larger. We can also make the corners rounded, I think. Okay, in order to make the corners rounded, we would have to choose this. So yeah, we can basically insert some shapes from the left into here. And there are also some, some icons that you can use, but you can see most of them have a lock because you would need to upgrade your plan to unlock these kind of advanced shapes. So yeah, that's about the shapes. Then we can upload this. So you could upload this, you could upload your own icons, your own images, and upload even an image from a URL, for example, into your Miro board. And then we can make frames. I will get to frames in just a second because I'll also show you how you can present Miro boards and how you can use frames. Then we have comments. If you can make comments on boards. For example, if you're sharing this board with someone, when you click on share, you can share this with someone and they can make comments. You have a pen, just like in Paint, for example, and you can just paint on this board as well. There are many different kind of pens, and you can also adjust the thickness. Then we have connection lines. This is pretty useful if you're trying to make some kind of complex diagram. You can use these lines to connect to other boxes, for example. Or let's remove this. Or if you just if you don't click onto a box, you just click somewhere, then you can make these lines right here. Then you can choose the type. This is this kind of, I don't know how to call it, but if you could make it a straight line, so this way you can just you have a straight line basically. So you can play around with connection lines. Then we have shapes. Shapes are the ones as we've seen here, but yeah, these are the same as we've seen here. Then we have sticky notes. You can add sticky notes to this project as well. And we have text and some other templates, so we could switch the template as well. Now I want to show you frames, because when we click on present, or when we click on this arrow, we can present this entire board, or we can present frames. But in this case we don't have a frame, so what we could do is we could click onto frames, choose a custom frame, or for example 16 by 9. This is very useful if you're trying to present it on a desktop. And then we can use this frame, and let's make this larger. And if you hold down Shift, then it stays. The ratio 16 by 9 stays. So you can then make this larger. If you would not click on Shift, then this will not have the ratio 16 to 9 anymore. So I'll hold down Shift, and we have a 16 to 9 frame. And this frame right here is the frame that will basically be presented when you present it. So so basically this frame will be full screen on your monitor, and for example this sticky note outside wouldn't be visible. So this is very useful if you want to show something and you have sticky notes around that, for example some to-dos or something that needs to be done. So this is very useful. Then for the frame you can also change the fill colors here. So for example the background will be green and so on and so forth, or you can even remove or make it transparent. Then you can choose some styles as well. The styles apply to everything that is inside usually. I'm not too sure if why this doesn't work in this case. I'll make it wide real quick so we can see the frame actually. Then you can lock this frame. This means you cannot actually drag it around. You can only click on it and unlock it again. Oh yeah, so this seems to be a premium feature as well. Long press to unlock, and then it is unlocked again. And then you can also hide this. You can see premium feature again, sadly. But yeah, this is how to add a frame. If you click on present and click on frames, then you can see the frame is now full screen, and we can now present this frame. And when we want to, and then we can switch, for example, to the next frame, to the next frame, and to the next frame. And this will be similar to like a PowerPoint presentation. Now let's stop the presentation, and we're back in our Miro board. And when you click on the bottom left, you can also open up your frames, and you can see the exact frames right here. And this is very similar to PowerPoint, because you would actually see like the slides that you would see here. But it's just that you can change the slides right here, and you can see changes here as well. So that's about the board. Now if you go back to our boards, to our main dashboard, you can also click on this plus here to add a team. So teams are a bit different to boards, because you actually have teams, and then you have boards inside of teams. So you could, for example, have 5 employees in this board right here, in this team right here, and there will be 7 boards. Then you could have a second team with just 2 boards and also 5 people. So hopefully this is kind of making sense. So if we click on add team, we can call this team #2. Oh, team #2. Click on continue, and you can see we need to choose a plan because this is a paid feature. So I won't be able to create a second team, but you can create multiple teams right here when you have the paid plan. And I'll also make sure to leave a link down in the description for Miro if you want to go into that website. But now let's continue with something else. So now you know how to add more teams, and now I want to show you some user settings that are really important. So you want to click onto your profile picture, click on settings, and this opens up a new tab with the settings page. Here we have our profile settings. So this is your first and last name. You can change the language, email address, and password. Then when we go up again, you have the notifications. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. These are just the checkboxes, and you can take the ones where you would like to receive notifications for. And then we have your apps. So if you click on create new app, I actually want to show you this because I don't think many people will use this, but I just kind of want to show you this so that you know of this feature. So to be honest, I do not really understand these apps. I do not really understand these apps, but I'm thinking it's very similar to Discord. So if you are familiar with Discord, on Discord you have Discord bots, and in the developer dashboard you can also create apps, so you can create Discord bots. And yeah, here you basically get the client ID, the client secret, the app URL, and also some permissions. And you can then, I think it's down here, yeah, you can then submit your app to the marketplace, and the marketplace can use your app. But I'm not too sure what these apps actually can do. So that, unfortunately, I won't be able to teach you on that. Then we have some integrations, and yeah, this basically just means you can integrate a Google Drive, Office, Slack with Miro, and yeah, you just can connect them and use them together. Then we have team profile. Here we have our team. This is our team, our team 1, because we couldn't create a second team because I don't have the premium plan. Here you can upload a team picture, you can change the team name, you can see the plan for this team, the total boards, and the total members within this team. Then we have insights, security, and audit logs. However, these are all upgrade or premium features again. And then we have team users. So here it's only me, but if I invite new members, I can type in the email address here and send out invitations. So I would be able to manage all of our team members in this view right here. Then we have permissions. So these are permissions about the team. So is this an invitation only team? Is this a discoverable team where people can publicly join our team? And yeah, discoverable but open only after the admin's approval. So this will be publicly visible, but if they want to join, the admins have to approve the invitation. So yeah, some permission settings and some apps integrations. Yeah, if you upgrade to business, you can also then use these. Yeah, this is similar to the where was it? To the team profile settings and then integrations. This is basically the same. So if you go back to boards, we are now back in our main dashboard. And that's pretty much everything about Miro. Now keep in mind, I'll leave a link to Miro down in the description so you can check it out. And yeah, this is everything that I'm able to teach you. If this video was helpful, make sure to like the video and thank you for watching.